Hey y'all, it's your girl Claudia Jordan, and we are back with TGIF. We're here to spill the tea and break down the biggest headlines in the news and on social media. Now sit back, relax, and get ready to sip on this hot tea. Please welcome, everyone's so well dressed tonight. Please welcome Al Reynolds. What's up, Al?
Hey, what's going on, Claudia?
Looking good, looking good. And our special guest co-host for the week, Miss Quad. What's up, Quad?
Baby, what's good, honey? What's going on? Al is giving me Proctor, honey, down to the test. You understand what I'm saying?
You look like an angel over there.
Thank you.
Well, you may look like an angel, but we're about to be devilish on these topics. This is what I know for a fact. But at least we tried. Y'all drinking tonight?
You know
Yes.
what? You got on to me the other night. So I said, let me get with Claudia. I got a little XO tonight. I got a little XO.
Oh, whoa, we gonna be talking smack. I got Jameson. So that's 2 browns. What you got, Claudia?
I got this. I ran out of stuff. I'm like you tonight, Al. I got this
Make sure.
grapefruit flavored vodka with pink grapefruit. It's probably nasty, but that's okay. We're gonna be nasty on these topics. So we're all gonna take a sip.
Well, it's going to get you there, honey. It's going to get you exactly where you want to be. And make
Right.
Let's get into it because the people are ready. Okay, host and journalist Gayle King is causing quite a stir in social media after sharing her dating experience with a man who asked to borrow some money. Now, she said, we've gone out maybe 2 months, and he said he really needed to talk to me. Never a good sign. He said, do you think you could lend me $4,000? Now, he did pay her back, but she said she just couldn't look at him the same after that. Can you relate, Quad? Do you think she's overreacting, or is this a red flag? What do you think?
No, ma'am, she's not overreacting. Let me tell you something. If it took 60 days, baby, and you're asking me for $4,000 in 60 days, that means you were broke when I met you. So, no, she's not overreacting. And honestly, it just makes him look bad. He's just not in position he shouldn't even be dating at this point. He needs to get his life back on track, get his coins back up, and then revisit the dates.
All right.
Well,
Let's
dang, Quad, that means a lot of us men wouldn't be dating. Gee whiz. Y'all talking about the shortage. You can't just throw us out because we don't have any money.
Wow. If you have a woman for 60 days now, 60,
Right.
you're already asking her for $4,000. That means you were already behind in your bills when she met you.
Right. I agree.
Al, how would you feel? Like, what do you think about it being a man?
Look, I'm just kind of messy about this topic because think about it. Gail has been in this game for like 40 years. That's 4 decades. And she's been with Oprah at the highest levels. So in my mind, those circles that she rotate in may be where this particular boyfriend came from, which means to me, I may be a long shot here, but I think we might know who this guy is. I think we might know who this guy is that she dated.
So if he's
No?
if he's in that circle, then why is he asking for $4,000?
Right. See, that's it. Yes,
You
it-
know, Quad, we talked about this yesterday during the commercial break. Them guys that be needing the money, they be around the girls that have the coins so they can try to slang that D and get that C, that cash. That's all that was. He's trying to get that bread.
He needed more than 60 days.
That was a con artist. So now we're frolicking around with con artists. You know what I mean? So we have to be careful with that.
I think women with money got to really be careful because they're definitely targets. You know what I mean? And all you got to do is, like I said, romance us, give us some good sex, tell us the right things. And we may fall for it and be like, well, we want to be a good Black woman to our good Black man. And everyone goes through hard times. And let me just help them out. But then that 4,000 turns to 8,000, turns to, oh, I didn't know you would serve time twice in prison. And that's why you can't get a job because you have a record. Oh, I didn't know that. Not that this really happened to me. I'm just saying that, just sometimes you get.
We're not ready for today. And this is Wednesday too.
Baby, whatever you're drinking, keep on sipping.
I made some mistakes, y'all. I suck at dating. I'm gonna go ahead and just say it. Suck. I have no discernment. I can't tell. I don't know who's lying to me. I don't believe the sob stories. I'm gonna just go ahead and put it out there. I own it.
Let me ask you this, Claudia, and this is also a question for you, Al.
Okay.
In dating, do you all deliberately like put people through a test? Now, Claudia, I don't think you do this. You probably
No,
should.
Clearly, she doesn't.
I know.
Do you kind of do that? Do you say, you know what, let me see if this person is really for me, and just kind of put out there a couple of things that you know you're trying to just use these things to see what type of character they have?
I don't think I've ever done that before. I just think, living my life the way I live it is a test. And like I say on this show all the time, I like who like me, Quad. So I'm probably in between you and Claudia. I'm pretty much a pushover when it comes to dating.
But how do you know who's for you? And how do you know if they have the right intentions for you?
It depends on how good the sex is. I'm kidding.
I can't.
It depends on how good the head game is.
I tried. I deliberately put a man through just some small tasks so I can kind of see where his heart posture is and how his thought process is. I deliberately would do that, yes.
Well, give me those.
Give us like a little example.
Give us the list, because me and Al need it, because we over here, Al over here falling for people because they got good sex. I'm over here falling for a good sob story, trying to help out ex-cons, not even knowing they ex-cons.
You can't have to, let me tell you something, baby. You can't save everybody. You gotta let Jesus do it. So you walk God's way right now. You didn't stay in your lane. You're swerving. You understand, Claudia?
Okay, well, before the week is up, we're gonna need a few of your tips. So we don't want to topic, but please drop us some gems, because you seem to be the only one getting it right over here, because we don't have it. We don't have it. Okay, Kanye West is being called out by friends of his wife, Bianca Censori, after he allegedly banned her from social media. Now, the people close to her claim he's controlling her, but Kanye stated that he's just trying to protect her. Do you feel like Kanye is looking out for Bianca's best interest, or is this just Kanye being Kanye? Al, let's go to you first. What do you think?
I think this is Kanye being Kanye. And to be honest with you, I don't know about you guys, but does this even feel like a real couple to us? Does this even feel like a real marriage? Let's say marriage, because obviously they're a couple. Does this even feel like a real marriage? Like, it feels like more like a dictatorship, almost like a cult. Like, she looks like the way they present themselves, it looks like she's in prison or something. And I don't know, that type of behavior, that controlling behavior, I think in this situation coming from him can also be a little bit dangerous. You know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't feel comfortable. They don't feel like a married couple to me. I feel like it even feels almost contractual when I hear these stories. But there's one thing we know about Kanye, and that is, he doesn't let anything leak to the media that he doesn't want leaked to the media. So something about this leaking to the media that he has taken her off of social media makes him feel like maybe that's an attractive thing to put out there. I don't find it attractive at all. And as women, would you guys want your man telling you when and when not to use your phone or your social media?
Well, can I take a stab at that first?
Please.
I gotta tell you, I'm really happy that he told her to get her ass off social media, because I was tired of looking at the things that she was wearing on social media. I think he came across one picture, honey, she just had a string running up through there. And I was like, oh, baby, this is way too much. So I'm kind of happy he packed her up and shipped her off of social media. Now, the question, would I like a man to dictate my movements on social media, meaning when I can post, what I can do and say? Absolutely not. And that man must trust me enough to know that I have self-respect, and I'm not going to do anything that reflects negatively on me, which in turn will not reflect negatively on him.
Kanye West, do you want a wife, or do you want a student or someone that obeys you like a pet? Because she's looking miserable. She looks sad. It looks like she's being held against her will. I've never seen them. You know, when you see couples that makes you want to be in a relationship because they look so happy and they're glowing. I've never seen that. They both are gaunt and drawn out and sad. Like the Illuminati put them together and said, you got to be with this one, and this way we're going to get your career back on track. I'm not saying that's the case, because what do I know? I'm not in the Illuminati. And for all I know, the Illuminati is not real. But I'm just saying it looks really, really weird. And it looks like this is not a real thing. I agree with you, Al. This looks like not a real thing. Who would want to sign up for this? I think it's creepy to me.
Well, I honestly, in all reality, I actually never seen her smile. I will say that. I don't know if the girl got false teeth, fake teeth, no teeth. I don't know. Smile. I just never seen her smile.
Well, I don't think she had teeth when she was giving head on that boat because the way he was. Well, anyways,
Ooh, baby,
let me go ahead and not get allegedly.
boat ride. What a hell of a boat ride.
Right.
No, because he remember that was when he wasn't bathing and he had on all those clothes. Can you imagine the odor?
It was probably like salty balls. You ever had some, you had some boiled peanuts? Like some salty boiled peanuts. That's what it was probably.
What the heck? Salty boiled peanuts?
Okay, they tell us we got to go on to the next thing.
Okay.
Charles Littlejohn, a former contractor for the IRS, has been sentenced to 5 years in prison for leaking the tax returns of Donald Trump, Jeff Bezos, and Elon Musk. Now, do you think the sentencing was fair, or are the courts trying to send a message for other whistleblowers? Quad, what do you think about this?
Yeah, I think they're trying to send a message. Listen, 5 years. First of all, no one wants their personal information leaked. You can't do that. That's against the law. That's against the rules. It's wrong. Are some people happy that they were leaked? Probably. But is it wrong? Yes, it is. And I think that they are trying to make an example out of him. So listen, if anyone else has a very wise idea and think to do this again, instead of getting 5 years, you may get 10.
All right, Al?
I don't like it. I don't like it. I need for someone to explain to me, how does a tax preparer or whoever, wherever he worked, get 5 years of prison time when former President Donald Trump, right, have 34 felony counts for falsifying business records, falsifying bank statements, and falsifying whatever else we can come up and pull out of our hat in his scheme to hide the money, that hush money scheme. Why is it that this guy can be sentenced to 5 years so quickly, but we got a whole ex-president who has 34 felony counts against him and we can't get his ass in prison? It don't make any sense to me. It's not, the math ain't math in Quad. And I mean, if we're going to have the same passion to put this guy in prison, then we need to have the exact same passion to put Trump's ass in prison.
Well, go ahead, Claudia.
I was gonna say, it's so disheartening that he gets away with everything and everybody around him is doing these long bids, except the man that has clearly broken the law on more than one occasion.
Right.
Well, we do have, the prosecutor here who's trying her best, you know what I mean, to see to it that he does do some jail time. So there are people who are very passionate about making sure the law is the law for everyone across the board. So Fannie is out here, baby. Fannie is working overtime, burning the candle at both ends of the burning the wick at both ends of the candle. So she's trying her very best, and so she is passionate about making sure the law is the law for everyone.
That ain't all she burning though, Quad. She twerking on another lawyer. Going on exotic trips and stuff. Woo! Come on, Mrs. Prosecutor.
Hot Commodity 77 said because he works for the government, he shouldn't have done what he did, but they need to go after all the people taking people's personal info and leaking. I heard that. And Lala Briggs said, there's no issue here. What if someone leaked your private information because you're a celebrity? Yeah.
Remember Trump linked that black lady's information? Thank goodness she got paid. What she got, like 15 million? Remember?
But yeah, he doesn't get in trouble.
But he doesn't go to jail.
No, I'm sick of it. I am sick of it. Come on, diabetes. Okay. Coming up. I'm sorry, that was wrong. That's not the view. Huh?
Wait a minute, you call the diabetes down?
I'm sorry, Quad. I'm sorry. That was wrong. That was wrong.
We're a whole mess today.
Y'all told me to drink. Coming up next, you won't believe who Chris Brown is supporting. Please don't let it be Donald Trump. And later find out why one Walmart employee is out of a job. We'll be right back.
Oh.
Down to Walmart.
what's going on, Claudia?
I'm in the White House, and if I'm not on the show tomorrow, then something happened.
You in prison.
TGIF.
Listen to what you just said. You are broadcasting your show from the White House. If that is not the hope and the dream of the slaves, then I do not know what is.
Live and interactive.
I just met the White House press secretary, and she knows me, and I think she knows me from T. I said, I have to go broadcast. She goes, oh, that's right, you're live. And I'm like, you know about us.
On Fox Soul.
This one's for the real ballers and shot callers, the sisterhood of women in tech. They're discovering cures, building apps, and programming the blockchain. They're CEOs, worldwide hustlers who can make it rain. They're tearing down the old boys club and seeing big gains. Because when women in tech come together, you know they make that change.
Meet the Scan, a simple procedure whose mission is to detect lung cancer early.
I'm here to save you.
But I feel fine.
That's great, but you may still be at high risk for lung cancer.
Oh man, that's a new fence.
If you smoke, early detection could save your life. Learn more at savedbythescan.org.
We got a few new phrases the kids are out there saying, and I want you to tell us what you think they mean.
McMillan and Mara.
Donald Duckin.
I went to graduate school.
Every Thursday.
To avoid terms like this.
And this is what my life has come to.
All right, next one.
Cambridge.
Okay, Mr. Harvard. Proxy beef.
Oh, I know what this is. This is when you don't have a problem directly with the person.
How did you
but
know
the person,
this?
because I speak English. Proxy.
Welcome back to TGIF. Hey, y'all, let's have a drink before we start this second segment so we can pray that we behaved. Al, do you have a drink over there? Or do you have any drink at all? Oh, there you go. Take that gulp. Mm-hmm.
Don't mess with that Jameson.
Baby, it'll sneak up on you.
Okay, I did that because if we misbehave in this next segment, we can just blame it on the alcohol and it's us. All right. The saying goes, birds of a feather flock together. And fans seem to think that is true for Chris Brown after he was caught supporting abuser Tory Lanez. Take a look.
You used to watch the freestyles?
Yeah, like, who was it? Soldier Boy, Tory.
Tory had the craziest one, bro.
I mean,
crazy,
yeah.
Bro.
He went crazy. Free my boy, man.
Free Tory in the chat, bro.
Okay, so the question is, with the past that Chris Brown has with violence, do you think it's okay for him to show support for another abuser? Quai, what do you think?
Absolutely not.
Mm-hmm.
Not at all. I think Chris should have just stayed with his hands off of that topic. He shouldn't have spoke on that. You know, it's difficult because sometimes we have really become just numb to abuse. Like it's like we hear it so much. Now we're questioning the person who is saying that they have been abused. We're not lending the support. We're not lending the nurturing and the love that it takes to support that individual. And so, you know, it's just we've made it so lighthearted. Oh, this person was abused. And then the question, well, were they really abused? You know, so I'm not here for that at all. Absolutely not.
Okay. Al, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, I get it. You know, Chris has been doing such a good job in staying out of the media, especially around his violence around women. And for him, and it's funny because, you know, in entertainment, we have a short memory. We can't wait for the next thing to happen. But if you remind us, we would immediately go back to that point. And I think that's kind of him speaking in this space makes us go back and pull up the receipts that, hey, dude, you're actually supporting somebody that behaves just like you. So that makes sense. And that's not where he's trying to go with his image and his brand right now. So that probably slipped past him. But Chris has been doing good so far and staying out of the media. We haven't heard about him, you know, messing or being violent with any other women. So I take a hat off to him on that. And yeah, but he's got to be smarter. I just think he's probably got to be smarter because he got to know that people are going to always be listening when he says something as it relates to violence to women. So I would just like Quad say, stay clear of that.
Some of the soulmates don't believe that that's his past. I'm sorry, Quad. Trevor Mitchell said past. Chris Brown is still abusing women he dates and he has never stopped. And Empire TV said Chris Brown has been problematic for years. So I'm not surprised he's supporting Tory Lanez. And Ryan in the chat said Chris was trying to fight Teyana Taylor last year. Oh, that thing last year at the skating rink. Remember? I'm going to say this. Do I think someone should be judged for the rest of their lives for something that is not murder or rape or child molestation? No, I do think we can recover from that. But with that being said, you have to A, stay out of new cases. B, if you do have a friend that actually is guilty of the same thing, I know it's hard to not support a friend when they do stuff like this, and you don't want to be accused of abandoning a friend. But for the greater good of your career, you might want to like just be a little bit more like not so quick to jump in. I've been very guilty of that myself, and I'll be the first one to say I've had friends that have been involved in scandals, and then you want to defend them. Then later on, you're like, oh, shoot. You know what I mean? And we probably have all done that if we think about it. And people that we love them, we like them, we want to show them that we support them. But then we can't be surprised when a little bit of that dirt gets on us. And Chris has been doing a good job of staying out of the scandals publicly. So we'd hate to see it kind of get brought back up. Because Chris, I think you're super dope. I really, as an artist, you're amazing. Don't let Tory Lanez be the hill you die on. That kind of gets people reminded about that. Because I think you have done a good job staying out of the negativity, you know?
Yeah.
But Chris, no, Tiana, no. Oh, I need a drink on that one. I'm sorry. I forgot about that.
Quad looking like she cutting somebody with her eyes.
I don't like it one bit. You know, we saw the pictures of Rihanna's face, her lip and everything. Like, I'm not here for that. I'm just going to leave it right there. That is a very sensitive topic for me. So I'm physical, absolutely not.
But I agree with you, Quad. We don't believe victims anymore. We think if it's a guy that the aggressor is a celebrity, we're like, well, what did she do to him? Or it's a clout chase, it's money. And it's like, you know how hard it is to come forward when it's someone like so powerful and scary.
Exactly. Yes.
Okay. Chris, we All right. A Chinese woman named Lu recently made a change to her almost $3 million will that once included her 3 children. The woman is now leaving the money entirely to her pets. She claims her children did not take care of her even when she fell ill. So she's like, you ain't getting my money. Quad, we know you love your dogs, but do you think this is a valuable lesson? Or could this have been done better with the estate? What do you think about this?
No, see, I'm of this rim or this cloth. If I've worked hard and I've earned my coins, I've made the necessary investments and all the things that I need to do, I get a chance to do what the hell I want to do with my money. And if you are my children, I birthed and I supported you throughout your rotten life, and you cannot reciprocate that even when I am ill, honey, and taken to the bed, and you think you're going to get some of my coins? Absolutely not. She did the damn right thing. She was supposed to leave it to the dog. What's the dog name? Charlie Rex. Baby, guess around if you say she's Asian, the dog name might be King. I don't know, honey. I don't know. But what I'm saying is, leave it to the dog. I'm here for that. Absolutely. You don't get a chance to go spend my damn money. And then when I needed you to change my diapers and wipe my butt and give me a sponge bath, I couldn't even get a damn sponge bath from you. Absolutely not.
Well, how you feel?
I'm trying so hard to behave in this segment.
I know, right?
I'm gonna go to Al on this one. There's too many things I could like make inappropriate jokes about.
I know. Is Claudia feeling okay today? Because usually she gets right in there, buddy.
Today,
because I have wicked thoughts right now. So Al, what do you think about this Asian lady leaving the money to her dog? Is there a cat?
I've yet to see a list where a Black person has left an animal of anything millions of dollars. But you know what? I did a little research on this, and did you know that there are 1 million dog owners today who are have as their primary beneficiary on their will and their insurance to go to their dog? Mm-hmm. Can you imagine how many cats? And then we already heard about Leona Helmsley. She left $12 million to her dog. There's this guy, Miles Blackwell. He left $10 million to his hen. a hen that he had on his farm. Patricia O'Neal, she left her Cape Town estate to a monkey. So, you know, we've seen stranger things.
This is a soulmate comment. This is not from me. Abby B said, Chinese making sure the dog don't become somebody's dinner.
Oh.
That ain't need to cut it out. Now that's just.
I didn't write
I
that.
thought they cook cats and rats and stuff, not dogs. Do they cook? Is it dogs too?
Some.
Yeah, I've read up on that. I've read up on that. But let me just say one thing about this. I think one thing about it, and two things for sure, the damn dog was loyal and more loyal than the children. And that's just what it is.
This is the definition of them kids.
Also, it could be, you know, sometimes it could be a tax shelter. If you put it in a trust and you make your kids head of the trust, and they get paid an administration fee, therefore you can transfer all these millions without the tax, you know, without the tax complication. So you got to watch out when a whole bunch of people start doing stuff like that. They're not doing it because, you know, they like it. They're doing it because they're trying to save some money.
All right, y'all. We made it out of that segment pretty well behaved. So good job. Coming up next, guess why one Walmart employee is out of a job? How you get fired from Walmart? They let anything go over there. And later, Issa Rae is speaking out. You know, we love her. So we'll be right back. Hit that like button. We'll be right back.
Welcome inside the black box.
So you guys ready to have some fun? Forget the acting studio. I'm here with you guys.
Creativity will find its way. It doesn't matter what the ethnicity is.
Television and movies are the mediums of stereotypes.
Just because we all have the same color don't mean we have the same experience.
Your uniqueness is your greatness.
Welcome inside the black box.
Every Monday on Fox Soul.
Scene 103, take one.
I thought we'd be on the same page about this, and we're not.
How do I know the way I'm gonna respond to it?
I want you to get the vaccine because I want you to be safe.
What if you end up in the hospital? That's what I'm scared of.
If you was to die, man, that would literally kill me, man.
I hug you.
Yeah. If it made you feel that way, bro, I would probably do. I love you, man. I love you too.
What's going on, Claudia?
I'm in the White House, and if I'm not on the show tomorrow, then something happened.
You in prison.
TGIF.
Listen to what you just said. You are broadcasting your show from the White House. If that is not the hope and the dream of the slaves, then I do not know what is.
Live and interactive.
I just met the White House press secretary, and she knows me, and I think she knows me from T. I said, I have to go broadcast. She goes, oh, that's right, you're live. And I'm like, you know about us.
On Fox.
We got a few new phrases the kids are out there saying, and I want you to tell us what you think they mean.
McMillan and Mara.
Donald Duckin.
I went to graduate school.
Every Thursday.
To avoid terms like this.
And this is what my life has come to.
All right, next one.
Cambridge.
Okay, Mr. Harvard. Proxy beef.
Oh, I know what this is. This is when you don't have a problem directly with the person.
How did you
but
know
the person,
this?
because I speak English. Proxy.
Welcome back to TGIF. We're having a great time tonight with Quad and Al and our drinks as the fourth chair tonight. I'm gonna take another drink. All right, y'all. Listen, we always try to give y'all little tips on how to make your life easier. So tonight is no different. Life doesn't happen bi-weekly, so why should payday? Now, the money you earn can be in your hands today with Earnin. Earnin is an app that gives you access to your pay as you work, up to $100 per day or up to $750 per pay period. Just download the Earnin app and verify your paycheck, then access up to $100 a day as you work and leave an optional tip. Any money you access plus tips are automatically repaid from your next paycheck. Listen, I have a cat. I have two cats. One time I had to have emergency surgery for my cats, and it was so much money. And this Earnin app would have been a great thing to have to, you know, pull out some cash to pay for the unexpected vet bill that I got. Al, what do you think about this? And what would you use it for?
I think I would use it for, like, I don't know about you guys, but my friends all get married at the same time. And that's either in the summer or in the fall. So, those wedding gifts get quite expensive. So if I were to use it this coming season, I would use it for that, because that can get expensive and it adds an additional cost. And this helps out with it.
Absolutely. Now make earning a part of your financial routine. Enjoy earnings over 3.5 million customers who say things like, when I think about earning, I think about financial stability, security. It gives me a lot of peace of mind. Go ahead and download the Earnin app today, spelled EARNIN, in the Google Play or Apple App Store. Now, when you download the Earnin app, please type in T, that's TEA, under podcast when you sign up. It'll really help our show, and we will really appreciate that. That's TEA when you see podcasts. Now, that's subject to your available earnings, location, daily max, and pay period max. See earnin.com/TOS for details. Earnin is a financial technology company, not a bank. Bank products are issued by Evolve Bank and Trust member FDIC. This is a fantastic app, so go ahead and get it. Don't you think, Al, we should go? Oh, everybody should have it.
Yeah. You never know. Like even car repairs. A good car repair would throw you off. So even with car repairs, yeah, definitely, if nothing else, you have to have the app just in case something goes down and you need that money.
Absolutely. Promotional considerations furnished by Earnin. All right, so let's get back to some more topics. Felicia Darling, a former employee at Walmart, is currently out of a job. Now, Felicia recorded a video that went viral of a mother allegedly displaying an act of child neglect. A lot of people hit me up about the story and said, please cover the story, and I'm glad we are. Allegedly, the baby was in the cold, unclothed, and the mother was arrested and charged with child neglect. Now, she was fully dressed, but the baby was not. Now, do you think Walmart was right to fire the employee for filming this? Al, what do you think?
This is hard because it is a policy. They fired her because the company policy is you're not supposed to post anything that happens in the store on social media. I totally get it. But in this particular case, I think Walmart, you guys can make an exception. And I don't mean make an exception like not reprimand her, because I think she needs to be reprimanded. But how about a suspension? Like maybe a 2-day suspension, or maybe a 1-day suspension, or maybe a 1-hour suspension for breaking the policy. And if she does it again, then maybe it could lead to firing, because in this particular case, if it wasn't for this woman, this child wouldn't have been taken out of the home and given to a stable and what they call an approved relative. And this child would still be living in those conditions. So in this case, I think this is an act of courage. I think it was brave for her to do. And I think that she should be commended and not reprimanded.
Mm-hmm. Come on, what do you think?
Walmart is dead damn wrong. All the way wrong. There's no right in it. Let me tell you something. I am so happy that young lady was so courageous enough to take the video and then post it, because we wouldn't have known of what was going on in the store and what was going on with this child. If this woman was so bold enough to present this child at a store like this, what was she doing to the kid at home? How was she treating the kid at home? Probably one of those mothers that scream at children, cursing them out, throwing things at them. I hate that. I'm getting upset right now. But just one of those parents, a parent that truly doesn't deserve to have a kid, in my opinion. So I am just saying, young lady, thank you so much for just taking out your phone and recording the situation. Thank you so much for helping that child to be removed from that household. You may have done a world of wonders that you don't even know. But guess what? If Walmart has shut the door on you, God will open another. Plenty.
Right.
They will pay you more than, I don't know, babe, what the Walmart pay down an hour for the cash?
17.
Was she a cashier? Was she stalking? What was she doing?
But
we don't know. Well, how much you think she was making? $22 an hour, $17?
Somewhere in there, yeah.
15, 16.
17.
So she was making $15 an hour, so that's $30,000 a year. Honey, God gonna double down and give you $60,000 your next job. Trust and believe. Don't worry about Walmart, baby.
Just for the math, because I couldn't think about it, because this grapefruit vodka already hit me. Walmart, have you been in your store recently? Have you seen the bullshit that happens in your store? There's a website called People of Walmart. Because yes, please check it out after the show. Where you see people dress all kinds of crazy ways, doing all kind of weird stuff in there. And it's a whole site, because Walmart is known for the shenanigans that goes on. So that's why they're trying to shut it down and not let their employees assist. But in this regard, this is a time where it actually made your employee look like a hero. Why would you not want this person to be in your company? This is someone that has a good sense of right and wrong, that actually may be the only person that saved this baby and gave a damn. Walmart, Is there a go? If there's a GoFundMe for this lady, I'm donating tonight. I'm gonna look it up.
We should find that out.
This woman deserves it. Walmart, you are wrong for this. This woman helped with a baby that had, according to one of our soulmates, they said the baby was in the cart and they just threw frozen meat upon this lady. Oh, she got $60,000 from GoFundMe. Okay, good. But Walmart,
I didn't even know that was a message from God. I had no idea.
All right, prophetic quad.
It is.
Lee Jones says she was wrong for putting it on the internet. She should have taken it to social service. No, she was not. No. Because nowadays, nobody acts until there's pressure, there's public humiliation. Like this is where social media is good. Right?
Exactly.
Walmart, don't get me talking what happened in your parking lot at the Walmart by my house a few weeks ago when a woman was actually caught on fire in the parking lot. Like, knock it off. You should be happy to have good employees. But anyways, keep it locked because I guess they ain't gonna be a sponsor. Coming up next, Orlando Brown is in trouble again, and later we play a fun game of Name That Kid. We'll be right back.
What's going on, Claudia?
I'm in the White House, and if I'm not on the show tomorrow, then something happened.
You in prison.
TGIF.
Listen to what you just said. You are broadcasting your show from the White House. If that is not the hope and the dream of the slaves, then I do not know what is.
Live and interactive.
I just met the White House press secretary, and she knows me, and I think she knows me from T. I said, I have to go broadcast. She goes, oh, that's right, you're live. And I'm like, you know about us.
On Fox Soul.
When I got the opportunity to get her, there wasn't no choice. I told myself, I'm gonna take custody of my daughter. It's my baby. That's what we're supposed to do as men. Take care of our home, build a foundation, you know what I'm saying? Love, our money, she's my purpose. I'm here to walk with her, hold her hand until she can walk alone. Ain't nothing like being a father in this world.
My mother was always very familiar with her neighborhood, but one day she stopped at the stop sign for much longer than usual, and she didn't know whether she should go forward or turn, and she wasn't even really sure where she was at. It was very unsettling for her.
I felt so much better after my son told me, Mom, I don't want you to worry or be afraid. I'll be there for you, and we'll figure it out.
Welcome back to the show, and shout out to the 3,500 soulmates in the chat, keeping it popping. We appreciate y'all so much. All right, y'all, get into this wild story. Ramel Broom, who was on death row, had survived a record-breaking 18 attempts of lethal injections because they couldn't find a suitable vein. Sadly, he later passed away from COVID-19. Now, it's been reported that the service administered was botched. Do you think the family should take legal action? Al, what do you think about this?
Absolutely. And the good thing is that there's plenty of evidence to show that the state of Ohio and that crazy governor, Michael DeWine, can't get it right. They simply cannot, and I know this is going to sound bad, but it's the truth. They simply cannot kill the prisoners when they're supposed to kill them. They have a long history of not being able to administer the lethal injection. In fact, they have delayed so many executions by lethal injection because they simply can't find the right drug, the combination of the right drugs to get this done. It's like a really bad epidemic in Ohio. It's been going on for a number of years. And I think the family should sue. I mean, because can you imagine you thinking your loved one is going to pass and they're going to be killed? Because that's basically what they're doing. They're killing them, right? And then you find out, oh, well, it didn't happen. We couldn't do it. Oh, we're going to kill him on Tuesday. Oh, Tuesday. Oh, we couldn't do it. It didn't work. That's got to be worth something, right? All that up and down, all of that emotional distress. So I don't know. Maybe they should just resort to what the state of South Carolina does, which is execution.
And the anxiety of thinking today's the day and they put a needle in it and it doesn't work, or they can't find a vein, and then they do it again 18 times.
Yeah.
They sure have no problem finding a way to kill innocent Black folks outside the jail. Quad, what do you think about this?
That part. Yeah, I'm in total agreement with Al. I most certainly think that the family should sue. Here's the thing, the torture of it all. The torture of it all on both sides, the torture for him and the torture for the family. That is ridiculous. I definitely think that they should be sued for sure. And then why can't they get it right? Can they call down to Texas and figure out? I'm just trying to find out, like from one governor to the next, can they just call down there? What's the combination now? Now, how much? What's the percentile of that?
Claudia, does Texas have lethal injection? I know 5 states. There are only 5 states that do lethal injection.
I don't know, but I know Texas is good at killing folks. They got that right. I'm gonna say this: it be these states that be so hard on for the death penalty that can't get it right, and then outside of the prisons, like I said earlier, they do way too much of it, and. Don't have such a hard on to have the death penalty and then not know how to do it. Now, let me tell you something. This is in no way, shape, or form having empathy for someone who's committed a vicious crime, has done vicious, crimes to children or other adults. Listen, I don't know there's some people that really do deserve the death penalty. But in America, as we have it now, it's supposed to be in a humane way. At least figure it out. Because in this country, also, might I add, how many times we find out, oops, we executed a Black man that didn't have the money to fight this. And guess what we find out? DNA later on exonerated this person. So imagine being a victim, and then being, not even being like, you were found guilty when you shouldn't have been, when the justice system fails you. We have a few comments here. Abby B said, if they can't find veins, it's a wrap. I have that problem. Almost delivered the baby before they found my vein. Wow. And Alicia the Libra says, what about the torture of the victim? That's true. Imagine thinking you have closure this day and it gets postponed 17 times. Royalty DNA 888 said, it's God that's allowing it not to work. Oh, that's interesting.
Which would you guys rather go by? Lethal injection or electrocution?
Oh, lethal all day. Injection.
But if they get it wrong, you wouldn't mind them getting it wrong like 18 times?
Yeah, see, no, you can't. First of all, I don't. Let me just start with that. I don't like a shot anyway. I have to do, listen, I have all type of secrets to try to deflect my mind from the actual shot. I normally pinch the inside of my finger. Just so, listen, I'm just not here for it. So when you say it like that, but I can't fry either, honey. I
know that seemed like that frying would hurt.
Yeah, the frying would hurt. But
what if they messed that up? Like the Green Mile, they didn't put the water on it and out. Remember they
Yeah, that was horrible. And I did have an opportunity to take a look and look that up. And yes, Texas is the state that definitely believes in the death penalty.
Oh yeah, all day long. Cool. We have the worst governor ever. Us and DeSantis are the two worst. We have our governor is trash and he's evil. And he's handicapped. He got hit by a tree right after he passed a law to make sure that people couldn't get a whole bunch of money on insurance claims when they get hurt. He put a cap on it. And right after that, God said, okay, tree, do your thing. And now he paralyzed.
Oh, are we laughing at this?
Yeah, that's him. You don't care about people, so we don't care about him. All right. Anyways, this is the views of Claudia Jordan, not a Fox Soul or Quad. Right. Okay. Whatever.
How did the tree hit the man? Did the tree fall on the man? What, the left or the right side?
It was an oak tree.
The bottom side. Yes. And now
or was it a magnolia tree with string?
It was an oak tree.
It was a weeping willow. How about that? Okay, former Disney child star Orlando Brown is in trouble again. This time he was recently thrown out of an upscale LA restaurant. According to witnesses, he was seen screaming the words, child molester and demon. Do you think the industry should create some kind of initiative to be responsible for the mental state of their actors? Quad, what do you think about this?
Yes, I do. Yes, and yes, and yes again. And I'll tell you why. Entertainers go through a lot, and all of us here know that. I mean, even going down to reality TV, there are so many games being played, so much manipulation here and there, so many lies being told. And it can take a toll on the individual. It really can. And I'm thinking, like, for some of those situations that this individual may have been a part of, he could have possibly used some type of psychiatric evaluation, or maybe at the bare minimum, seeing a psychologist. So absolutely.
Al, what do you think about this?
I agree. I agree with you, Quad. I think the interesting thing here is what the statistics have shown us around child stars. So child stars are the ones that I think definitely should have some type of sensitivity around their mental health, because they are put in very stressful situations, very grown-up situations, very pressure-oriented situations at a very young age. And what it has shown us, you know, just look at the examples in Hollywood, what it has shown us is that it could lead to addiction. There's a large portion of it leads to depression. They have feelings of anger and resentment for being taken advantage of working long adult hours when they were just kids and they didn't have their childhood. They also, on the flip side, try to do grown-up things before it's time for them to do grown-up things, which can lead to alcohol abuse and drug abuse and those types of things added already to pressure environments. It leads to stuff like this. And especially, guys, we all have seen it. Some people simply do not perform well under constant pressure. They fold like a folding chair. And in their folding, sometimes they lose it. They fly the cuckoo nest. My back on my line, when I was pledging, that's the first time that I ever realized how pressure can really change a person 360. Like, they could be one person now, but you put them online, you put them under a whole bunch of pressure, and they just fold like a folding chair. And I think in this case, this has led, this pressure, this lifestyle, the expectations have led him to an addiction. There's a long drug history abuse, right? And mix that with mental health, right?
So I've been a member of Screen Actors Guild since, wow, the 1900s, okay? A long time ago, 1994. They do provide free counseling, very, very, like, they do have that. But you have to want to do it. I will say this, what this business does, spit you out and chew you up and spit you out. And they don't care if you're going through a breakdown. We got to get this seen. You're costing us money by being out of this. And when it comes to child stars, I'm going to go ahead and say something. Stop letting them get molested, y'all.
Oh.
Stop letting them get molested. And then they won't have to be addicted to drugs. And they won't have to be addicted to alcohol to numb the pain. Do you know how many of these kids have been victims of sexual abuse? And we brush it under the table. We sweep it on the table because we got those deadlines. We got a sitcom to produce, y'all. We don't have time for this. Get them together. Girls going through all kinds of stuff. Young boys that are too ashamed to say it. We know it's happening. Before it was whispers, but it is not whispers anymore. And if we continue to ignore these stories, which are no longer folklore, there's people that are coming out. The problem is nobody want to rock the boat. I still want to work with this one. I still want to work for Disney. I still want to work for the studio. Well, there's a predator at this place or that place, and people are finally starting to open their mouth. And there's a lot of these kids that have been trying to ring the alarm for a long time, and people just brush them off as crazy drug addicts when really they were crying out for help. Here for Fun said, stop letting the parents take advantage of them. Okay. And E. Harris said, sometimes child stars are picked for the industry because they're a little off to begin with. That offness can be seen as entertaining. That is kind of true. A lot of the best actors are a little bit cray because it makes them, okay, to be somebody else that you're not, you kind of have to be able to your self-awareness is like, you kind of just got to let go and be like,
You know, Darius McCrary recently talked into this space, and, you know, he's a child star, and he said, listen, everybody in the industry, he said, he's got to be honest. He said, everybody in the industry is getting touched. Everybody's been touched.
Did I lie?
That's what he says.
I'm just saying there's a big correlation between it. Okay. And then you drink to numb the pain. Then they can say, oh, they're lying. They were never telling the truth about me molesting them because they were drug addicts. And it just keeps going and going and going. All right. Not everybody, but some. Issa Rae is putting the industry on blast like us, due to the canceling of many Black shows. While speaking to the Net-a-Porter, she stated, you're seeing so many Black shows get canceled. You're seeing so many executives get canned. You're seeing very clearly that our stories are less of a priority. What are your thoughts on our comments? And do we think we do ourselves a disservice when we brand our work as Black movies and Black shows? Quad, what do you think?
Well, that happened with us with Sister Circle. Let me just go back there. You know, for about 3.5 years, the show was, really, really thriving, doing very well. People loved the show. And then all of a sudden, you know, during COVID, when we discovered that it actually was COVID, I actually feel like that was an excuse to kind of X the show. And so I would have to agree with the statement. Yes, a lot of times our shows are being canned because, I don't know what this ordeal is that we can't be made to feel bold and empowered and strong. And if we celebrate that and talk about that, then it makes other people feel uncomfortable. You know what I mean? But as long as we're supporting the masses, then we're good. We're oh my God, that's a great person right there. Oh, that it's horrible. You know, we should all be able to pour into each other and let everyone thrive. But unfortunately, here in the in the good United States of America, it's just not possible. And so we do see a lot of cancellation of the African American shows.
Al, what are your thoughts?
You know, after hearing Issa talk about this, I gotta be honest, Claudia, I am really proud of being a part of the Fox Soul and being a part of this show because we get to talk about our culture. We get to talk about our issues. We get to talk about what affects us, you know, and how it makes us feel. And we can spread that. You know, I really feel proud being at Fox Soul, and I really feel proud being on TGIF to get the platform to do that. And that's why I will always champion people like Tyler Perry. I will always champion people like James DuBose over there in the Black Network. And even though the content is not content that I would consume, but Plummer over at Zeus deserves the support, and he clearly is getting a lot of the support. We've got to start subscribing and supporting our own stuff. And we talk about that a lot on this show. We got to start subscribing and supporting the James DuBose, the Plumbers, the Tyler Perrys at all costs. Because if you don't, you find yourself like Sister Circle. You find yourself on the other side of the boardroom fighting an argument or making an argument on something that's not necessary, right?
Okay. Yep. Well, if I don't go to commercial break, then they're going to cancel our Black asses over here. So we're going to go to break right now. And we'll be back with more TJF coming up next. When it isn't okay to receive drinks. We'll be right back.
Scene 103, take one.
I thought we'd be on the same page about this, and we're not.
How do I know the way I'm gonna respond to it?
I want you to get the vaccine because I want you to be safe.
What if you end up in the hospital? That's what I'm scared of.
If you was to die, man, that would literally kill me, man.
Can I hug you?
Yeah. If it made you feel that way, bro, I would probably do. I love you, man. I love you too.
This one's for the real ballers and shot callers, the Sisterhood of Women in Tech. They're discovering cures, building apps, and programming the blockchain. They're CEOs, worldwide hustlers who can make it rain. They're tearing down the old boys club and seeing big gains. Because when women in tech come together, you know they make that change.
Freedom. It's at the core of who we are. The freedom to live without fear, to jog where we please, to wear a hoodie. The freedom to breathe. Before we celebrate the freedom most Americans have, we must fight for the freedom all Americans deserve. Because all lives can't matter until Black lives matter.
Welcome back to the show. We're having a great time tonight on TGIF. We have Quad filling in with us. We're hanging out with us this week. And Al is, we are getting notes that we may be going to hell for the show tonight. I don't know, but good thing, like I said, Quad coming like an angel. Maybe that'll be our saving grace.
All right.
You think? Oh, you got to help us out these last 5 minutes. Okay, help us behave.
I got you, girl. I got you.
Okay, so the So Shameless podcast recently spoke about people receiving drinks from people while in relationship. Take a look.
I am in a relationship. That does not mean that I'm not allowed to talk to people. I am in a social setting. If you offer to buy me a drink, I will accept said drink.
Why? Why do you have to mention what is the thing about the drink? Why does it matter so much that you get this other dude for $13?
Do you think it's innocent to receive drinks while in a relationship, Al? What do you think?
Oh, shoot. I've never really thought about this. I think it's okay. I think it depends on the situation, number one. If you're just getting the drinks to take advantage of him and you're also leading him on, like you're talking to him, you're flirting with them, I don't know if that's so appropriate. I always use the rule of thumb of like, how would you behave if I was there, right? If I went to the bathroom, would you still accept that drink? So I kind of use that as a metrics or my meter. But for me, I do this all the time. I think it's a New York thing. I mean, I go to the clubs, I go to the bars, and if I see a beautiful woman or a beautiful man, I don't mind buying them a drink. And I don't know if they're in a relationship or not. I just do it to say, I see you, you look nice, and this is for looking nice.
Okay.
Well, as the buyer of the drinks, it's not your responsibility to worry about what the people got going on at home. Now, for the person who's receiving the damn drink, it's wrong. Why the hell are you wanting this drink so damn bad that if you know you got a man or you got a woman at home, why are you receiving drinks? I don't like that. That's wrong. No, absolutely not. I got my
coins. She's low on the coins.
If my man is not present to purchase me a drink, then guess what? I got enough in my purse that I'm gonna buy my own cocktail.
I don't hang with girls that think it's a come up to get dinner or a drink from a man. If you will hang with someone for dinner drink, I think you're a bird.
Yeah.
I think you're a bird. But now if someone is, we're in a social setting, a group of us, and someone just covers around on drinks, that's one thing. But if I have a relationship, I'll be quick to say, hey, just so you know, I have a man, but thank you so much. I don't want, I will say that. But I don't want you to think that if you can buy me with $13 drink,
baby, he might buy you for a penny with a hole in it. You understand what I'm saying? But and that's so true.
I've been bought for less.
Baby been bought for a penny with a hole in it. Ain't that nothing?
Yeah, no. And plus they be drugging drinks nowadays. So
yeah, that's true.
All right. Well, we're always discussing your favorite celebs, but could you name them by their childhood photos? Let's play a quick game of Name That Kid. Hit it. Cue the music. Please, Lord, please give me the strength to be mature in this segment.
Yes.
Let's show the first clue. In one of her most popular TV roles, she's named after a dessert.
That's
Taraji.
Here we go. All right. Oh, Desert, I'm sorry. All right, let's check out our second photo. He performed at the Super Bowl halftime show in 2022.
That's Neo.
Wow. Neo performed at the Super Bowl?
It is
2022. A rapper.
Answer?
Dr. Dre. Oh, 50 Cent.
That's Curtis Jackson? Oh, wow.
He looked different. Here's our next clue. She became a first-time mother last year. Name that kid.
First-time mother last year.
There's a lot of people had babies last year. Give me another clue.
I don't know who that is.
I can't even tell you who that could possibly be. Who is that?
Oh, Krishan. You should have said got a tattoo on her face of a man. A tattoo on her face of a man.
Yeah.
Our next clue is a Grammy award-winning rapper and producer. Name that kid. I think it's Kanye.
Kanye.
We're not good at this. What actually who was that? Kanye.
They got that same jawline. That jawline.
Right. All right. Well, that was a lot. Oh, we got one last one. Okay, this last one was also nominated for a Tony Award and also a Grammy.
Jeez.
Name that kid.
That's Katy Perry.
That looks like candy. Maybe.
Shirley Roth? No, the Grammy. No.
Candy Bird,
Candy.
you're right.
Okay.
That was fun. All right.
That
Hey,
was hard.
that was really hard. Okay, we got
It's not hard. I actually got most of them right.
You got
Hard
one right.
in what world?
I got Kanye right. I got Taraji right. Yes, I did. I got Candy right. You guys must couldn't hear me. I got the people right.
Yeah, okay.
I got Curtis Jackson wrong. I thought it was Neo, but everybody else I got right.
Okay, we're gonna give it to you since you in such an angelic color tonight. You know.
Hey, we going to hell. Might need you to help us get out.
All right. Well, we'll expect more liquor from you tomorrow, Quad. I want to thank my co-hosts Al Reynolds and Quad for joining me tonight. We had a really fun time tonight. Thanks for watching us on YouTube. Make sure you rewatch it tomorrow and hit that like button. Stay tuned for Fox Soul Face Off, and we'll see y'all back here tomorrow. I'm looking forward to seeing y'all tomorrow and having some more fun. Y'all here for it.
Yes. All right, soulmates.
Bye.
Have a good night.
Good night.